Sunday to Sunday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturdays, and 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Sundays, just for your convenience. Call them today on 442-9219. That number again, 442-9219. We're shopping snacks at Snack Buy.
At Sugar's Repair Services, we offer digitally calibrated machines, resurfacing engine heads, general machinery. Show us your pattern and we'll make it with precision machines. At Sugar's Repair Services, we satisfy your needs. Just ask and it will be done. Call us at 473 418 1845.
Oh, wake up, it's a brand new day. Got some things I need to say. Feeling heavy, you're not alone. Come take five, you're in the zone. Voices calm, hearts that care. Two good friends always there. Let the sunlight in your mind. Peace and hope you're sure to find.
Good morning to Grenada, Carriacou, Petit Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, Africa, Asia, North America, wherever you're listening and looking at us from the world. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Kenro, and how are you?
I'm okay, and you?
I am good, thank you. You're calling to pray, so pray for us.
How is Mr. Jester?
I know about that.
Mr. Jester is right here. He's doing all right.
Good morning to you, and good morning to CJ,
Good
and good
morning.
morning to the staff on the radio station, and good morning to Grenada, Carrico, and Petit Martinique. This allow the visitors to allow us to stay bright and getting up in the morning. A morning we didn't expect to be whole, but by the most careful, the whole are bright and getting up morning. Thank you for that. I'm thanking you for myself, and I thank you for many others, especially those sick and afflicted one that cannot say thank you. I am thanking you for each and everyone this morning, blessed Lord. Father, this morning I stretch my hands to thee, nor will I help I you, but only you. And those who dry yourself from us this hour, Lord, where thou shalt you go. The country I bring before you, remember, Grenada, Caricom, Martinique. But as it tells and control over the country, the village, and the parish, this our Lord. Father, this morning I bring the Prime Minister before you, South and trust him, wherever he locate. Remember that coming and back in special way. The opposition party I bring before you, reach out and touch them, guide and protect, bless, thou be so pleased. I bring all the ministers before you this hour, Lord. Remember them, the school children I bring before you this morning, blessed Lord. But I pass by every schoolhouse this hour, Lord. We will leave them not alone, but still support and comfort them. But I remember the teachers, the principal. Remember the security this our blessed Lord. Reach out and touch and everyone. See you from the land. Father God, remember them. Father, you and take the plot. Father, guide them and protect them. Keep them in ground and on watchful tongue. Wheresoever they don't plotting, Lord, be in the midst of them. Let them be hammer of love. Bring down the story had this our blessed Lord. Father, the adults I bring before you, those in all different homes this our Lord. The entire force I bring before you. Pass by all police station, reach out and touch each and every one of them. Guide them and protect them. The SSC, the RRU. Reach out this morning, Lord. Father God, what did you tell you? What you don't know about the children? Father God, you continue everyone up it down below. Where you're sitting pastor in each and every one of us by our different vices. Rock of ages clear for us and we have the what it is do. My God and my Redeemer. But I bring that radio station before you and I lift it up to you this hour, blessed Lord. Reach out and touch it and every staff I bring them before you. But I do and you all do not know everything about them. Take them in charge if thou be so pleased. Bind them together that like one bundle of stick. My God, I bring TJ before you this hour, Lord. Remember that kind of man special way. Pass the home for both what you left behind. Just pull up the body in wheresoever they look at, guide them and protect them. Remember just this morning, blessed Lord. Remember that son I bring before you. Father God, I'm asking for guidance and protection. Safe arrival for each and every one of them this our Lord. Remember his home that he left behind. Remember the offspring of his body. Remember his companion friend. Remember his village and his people is our master. Oh God, this our blessed Lord. Take everyone in charge. My village and my people is our blessed Lord. Look over each and every one of them. But I'm not forgetting the prison this morning. But a young and tender plant in the prison. But some are sick and some are sad and some are lack the love they have. But oh God, remember them. There are we children, there are we brothers and sisters. Could we turn we back on them, Lord? Forgive them, this our blessed Lord, my God and my King. This our blessed Lord. My few words before you. In my next hour of prayer, what I feel to mention, you reveal it unto me, more than them, but only in Jesus' almighty name. This morning, blessed Lord, I'm thanking you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Amen.
Hello?
Hi, we
Amen.
here. Amen. We are just waiting for you to
Uh,
finish. So you good?
well, I good today because today is my husband birthday.
Oh, is it? How old Papi turned
And
today?
a big score, and I pray just to make more than that. Nine, 9-2.
He's 92 today. Wow.
Yeah.
92, he
And
certainly doesn't
He
look like
doesn't look
that.
like 92. The last time I
Trust me.
saw him.
everybody does say that.
And I mean,
That man
he's
don't have
going through some
one pain in the
sickness.
body.
You have pain? Well, we might have to clone
Yeah.
daddy. We might have to just clone daddy.
What, Keno?
Eh,
So you others have the pain, Keno?
like the age of him level all the pain give me.
I hear you. I
Boy,
totally agree.
Keno,
Oh,
feel
Mama
that,
Mia. Wow.
Yeah.
Very good.
Today is with them every year does make a fest in the village for him, but I find me rich so far, so I cut it off to that. Take him in a special place.
Mm-hmm. Were you
I
taking him?
taking him out.
You don't want to tell us?
Um,
You aren't telling us.
I forgot
Oh, Clara,
but
asking you mind your business, so. Fast, you fast.
somewhere I forget the place. But
Well,
he's in our hotel.
Don't bother with Claire,
just as
Keno.
say fast, so don't bother to say where you're taking him, but enjoy your day with Papi. I mean, 92. I don't even know if you're reaching even 90. Much more to reach, or 70, much more to reach 92. The way people are getting sick these days. So, Jester, you're going to
Papa
sing?
Sing? No, no, Clark, I can't sing. You know me
make
voice just coming out from that cold, I'd sing it.
making a hand.
You're making 100. And
We're
how
going
much?
in Belmont today.
Oh, you're going to Belmont. Oh, you're going to
Oh,
Belmont Estate.
Belmont
Well, that's very
Estate.
nice.
Yeah,
Well, enjoy yourselves.
that's a nice place. You go enjoy the
Well,
scenery there.
that is only me piece of gold Papa God give me so I to take care of it,
I agree 100%. 100% I agree with you.
Yeah.
All right,
So we
Keno.
go catch up.
All right, take care of
Take care. All the
yourselves.
best and have a
Yeah.
Alright.
wonderful day, you
All
all
right.
both.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
92, boy. Like when you're that kind of age and then you wonder any people making that these days, Jester.
But no, and it's,
My,
the
my,
thing what I like about it, Claire,
mhm.
is that he's that age and
He's
he's
agile.
healthy.
Yes, and he's
You
agile. He
know?
moves around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
If it's so you're gonna be with me, it's all right. I really like
You?
that, but I don't want to be a burden to anybody, man.
I
Trust me, I
agree.
prefer
I
to
always
go.
say that, just let
You know
me
what I'm
give me the
saying?
needle. That time I taking the needle self Jester. When that time I said, hey, give me the needle, like, I'm not going to make anybody look after me and feel guilty about what it is at all. Just let me deal. I always say, if I reach in a situation where, say, I am on life support,
Mm.
please do not keep me around just to make yourself feel good.
Yeah.
Let me go. Because
Yes.
there's nothing you can do. The doctors are saying that they give up on me and everything like that. Miracles of miracles do happen, but at certain age when you're in that state, just let me go.
Yeah.
I made my funeral arrangement where you don't have to worry about it. Just let me go and just give me the burning business. And we're done.
I agree.
Yeah. People hold on to people for years and years and they spend all the money on the hospital bills and everything like that. And at the end of it all, the person still
You still
pass.
go.
So no, don't hold me there. Let me go. And I know a lot of people are going to agree with me on that front. So, it is Tuesday, the 20th of January. Just so this is the month that everybody says takes its time to end and stuff like that. But I see we are going
I
with
still
speed.
find it going in fast.
As I tell you speed, I said it takes its time. But I will say because in January people don't have money and all that stuff. But it is flying without wings, let me tell you. So let me first say good morning to Carol Belfon. She was the first that checked in on the live this morning. Then we have Lorna Bain here saying good morning to the Tech 5 family, wishing you all a peaceful Tuesday. Thank you so very much. So these are the two that we have online so far. Mary hasn't checked in as yet. Mary hasn't checked in as yet. Olavachi hasn't checked in as yet. The Date family, good morning. And I'm waiting for that call this morning from you, Date. I am waiting for it. So let me say good morning to Faithlin Hallie Douglas, Bernadette Abraham. Coffee in the morning. Spoke to him this morning. He's still a bit under the weather. Hill Street people, good morning. Glen family, good morning. Olavachi, buongiorno. NP, we say good morning to Lorna. Junior out there in Granditang. Mary or Chance the Gamer 97. Nicholas Snag, good morning to you. Bandit Chester David. Pat Pear and family, good morning to you. Buddy in the Lane, good morning. Kathleen Ledlow. Royal Charles Alexander. Antonia Francois. Gloria Francois, Antonia Dubois. That's all that's wifey, Ito wifey. Good morning. Yes. Good morning to Ted Bushes. Justin Tutman. I'm saying good morning just in case your friend over there kind of get into the dementia and he forget to say good morning to you.
Technically,
Good morning
trying
to
throw me under
Wendy.
the bus, right?
What boss?
That what you doing?
The bus? You got under the tractor trailer? Boss? You got under the bigger one?
That what you doing?
Good morning to Wendy
Reside.
in Toronto. Good morning to all the people under the university under the cashew tree. Good morning to Shetty Belfon, Nikki Alexander. Good morning to Bernard Lessie. And let me say good morning to my elite warriors. Jester, my elite warriors.
Good
morning to all. So you say good morning.
Good morning to you, Mrs. Glenn out there in Boston, Leslie Nicholas and his wife. Good morning to you. Yeah, Klein Maho, good morning. Celia, I did not see you yesterday. I did not see Celia yesterday.
You didn't see her yesterday?
No,
Okay.
I usually see her on a Monday.
Okay.
Yes.
She didn't do any banking yesterday, or you the time you went to
Maybe it's just the timing. Maybe it's just the timing. We didn't cross each other's path.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Who else? Oh, Miss Patricia Bissessa, Miss Gladys Oden Madis, Michelle, Godchild.
Godchild, good morning to you. Godchild was front and center last week.
She's
back.
She does red mango, you know.
Godchild?
Yeah. Tasting good.
Did I tell you I don't like mango?
I don't really like. Yeah. It's all of that thing, I know. Why you believe I don't tell you don't hang up properly? It's all of that. It's occupied. Imagine that. Born and grew up here, it was talking mango. Is something wrong with you?
Nothing is wrong with me. I just don't have a thing for mango. Okay. Mango. Bananas. If I eat mango, it has to be in mango salad. Banana is when I put it in smoothie because when it's ripe and so it just upsets the delight out of me. And I know I'm not the only person that goes through that. So in otherwise making myself uncomfortable, I just stay away from the mango. And so on, whatever it is, sugar apple and sapodilla, same thing. I don't know if it's the sweetness in it, I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't work well. It doesn't jive with me at all. So instead of making myself uncomfortable, why not just stay away from it? I leave it for you.
Poor child.
I know. From Godchild to poor child now. Let's go.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
So what's going on? I just got a thing this morning. You all have football somewhere. Let me see if I can find it.
Football, yeah.
Is
Maybe in Roseville coming up.
Roseville? Let me see.
15th of February. A flyover.
A Floya. Yeah, I got a Floya.
Iton City.
Okay. So, yes. Justin Tutman has checked in. Well, look at that. Good morning to you, Justin.
Good morning to you, Mr. Tootman.
So, it's the annual football competition under the lights. Let's see if I can enlarge this. Venue Rose Hill Playing Field, Rose Hill St. Patrick, February 15th, 2026. All teams will be available to register 20 players. All teams players must have uniforms and must be numbered. So you don't going to no fly by night clothes and say, I wear a red t-shirt and that's it. You got to have your uniform and it has to be numbered. The first prize is $4,000 for under 17.
No, 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 no.
What is it?
The 4,000 is for the seniors.
Well, I ain't senior.
1,800 is for the
under 17. And adjusted first
if
price.
If you realize it, they have it slashed.
Yes, but it didn't say seniors. Okay, so that's the first prize seniors, $4,000. Under 17, $1,800. Second prize senior, $3,000. Under 17, $1,500. Third prize senior, $2,000. Under 17, $1,000. Fourth prize seniors, $1,000. Under 17, $700. Plus individual prizes. So I could go.
Is go. Okay. What is one thing you realize? One problem you realize with the flyer there?
The flyer? I don't know. I know what I realize.
It says when it's kicking off, right? It says the date
15th of February.
Okay.
But it didn't say when it's ending? Did it say when it was ending?
Not that. The ending could, because the ending could be at any time.
So say what it is then?
They didn't put a start time to when it's starting.
Oh. So the person that sent me the
they
flyer.
They didn't say if it's 6 o'clock in the evening. They didn't say 3
7 or 8 or whatever it is. Tell us the time, please, so we can advertise it properly. Lorna says to leave the sugar up for us. It's my favorite fruit. Well, more the merrier. I anything you and Jester knock your all selves out. That's fine.
So Claire, girl. Oh, yesterday was a holiday in the States, Martin Luther King Day.
Okay.
I don't know. I was told that President Trump didn't really acknowledge it, and I don't know how true it is, But
I mean, does that surprise you a bit?
Just
that shouldn't surprise you.
Oh gosh! But Martin Luther King was really, really.
I have a dream.
Yeah.
That one day.
That guy.
The little black girl and the white boy be walking down the street.
This guy, when you follow his teachings, he was just so inspirational, man. It's just the gem of a person Martin Luther King was. Yeah.
Well, he put it out there. I mean, but despite that, we have come a long way. But we still have a long way to go because, hey, racism is not ending anytime soon until,
Especially that kind of president in the White House. You're joking out.
Believe me when I tell you, he's not the only one. We see him at the forefront because he's not afraid to say. But there are a lot of others that are the same, but they put it under the undercover with it. Yeah. So, it's not going to end anytime soon. Because even you go to England and the people that of what they call them, the brown people, they call them the brown people in Canada, which is the Somalians, the Pakistanis, the Indians, and so they call them the brown people. Even they too go through racism just as us with the African descent. But the funny thing about it is this: when everybody is going through this struggle, right? They include where black people is going to struggle, the brown people is going to struggle, the white people is going through the struggle. But when times to get the what you call that again, the monies that they give to them for going through the struggle, everybody forget black people went through the struggle. We're getting diddly squat. So, it's not anything new that anybody don't recognize Martin Luther King Day or whatever. As I said, to each his own. We can't change it and let's live our lives the best way we know how.
Claire, I would like to empathize with the unfortunate occurrence that happened at the St. Patrick's RC School. They had a fire sometime last week. And so my heart goes out to the principal, staff, and students.
So the school is still closed?
Yeah, I think the students.
Was it a huge fire?
I don't know. I can't say yes. I can't say no. Mm-hmm. But they are being severely affected because for the fact that they didn't have school. It's a couple of days now. They haven't having school.
Was it electrical?
Electrical. I understand. But this school have been having its challenges when it comes to electrical a very, very long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, by the
Very
way,
long time
I
ago.
put it on there like everybody. I need you to go up to my roof, my attic from the inside, and check my electrical wires because the heat was passing. I hear something going in my ceiling, like something exploding up there. I don't know what it is. If it's the heat of the zinc or whatever, but I need it to be checked, please, because I don't want to turn roast nothing inside when I let on Queen Victoria. See?
It could be just sometimes wonder what those people
You
making the
too?
noise on top. I
Yes.
think it's with the heat and maybe I don't know when it's
Combustion?
really when it's really heated.
It sounds like
Maybe
somebody beating
it's
pan on top of the roof.
something if the expansion takes place
Mm.
and then when it becomes cool it
But let me tell you, I
it
still want you to go check. I
contracts.
still want you to go check for me, please.
Yeah, but sometimes you're in the house and you're hearing this.
Couple times I came outside and I look up and I'm like, what is that?
But
Honestly,
clearly, the heat really doesn't.
it's
I sometimes I see some rafters, and the gum from the wood is actually
yeah, it's
melting it.
warped. It
It
warps
just
the
tell
thing.
you
Yeah, yeah.
the
The
amount of
heat.
heat.
The good thing
Yes,
about my play roof up there is that the industrial thing that looks like foil paper. I have that
yeah.
up there,
Oh,
right?
yeah, we up there.
Yeah, because I said my brother in his wisdom said to me,
Mm.
Claire, put this so it can cool the house. So
Absorb some of
yeah,
the
some
heat.
of these, so I don't really feel hot inside. Although I don't
Yeah,
mind
yeah.
feeling hot, but he said that and I did it. So I just want you to check it and see for me, please, because I don't want when I sleep, you come and you say we have roast people inside there. But
What?
again, he does not do it when I ask him. He has something to fix in the back of it for the longest time. Isn't it, Claire?
You know my house sick man. Stop it now.
Sick? Just how long were you
You
sick
know I was
for?
sick. Yeah, you know I was sick. The time I'm planning to do the thing, you
Stop
know I was
making
planning to sick.
excuses. It doesn't
No, no,
become
no, no.
you.
Serious. Yeah.
Good morning to you, Catherine
Yeah.
Hush.
Uh,
I hope all is
you
well
can't tell
with
me
you.
hush.
Hush. Because you know you're lying.
You hush. I don't lie at
Yes,
all.
you're
No,
lying.
serious. You knew that. Just the time.
Uh-huh. You were
I tell you
sick?
the time I was planning to, and you know the cold was mashing me up, Clay. You know that up until now you could tell from my voice that you knew. So I don't understand what you're trying to do.
Anyway, let's take a quick break and then we shall
We're
dive
taking a break
into.
here. Hold on, man.
Okay.
I must say congratulations to Senegal football team. Yeah, and the entire nation of Senegal for capturing the African Cup of Nations title. Yeah, and that game was interesting, Claire. I mean, I didn't see like everything because I was attending a function at the same time. But you know what ended up happening
No, tell me. Who
in
done it?
that game? Well, Morocco, who they played in the final, well,
Mm-hmm.
Morocco was the host. Morocco, they squandered a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and well, that penalty Morocco got. Senegal, they made the teammates, in fact, the coach called them off. Yeah, the game got held up for about 20 minutes.
What, the penalty wasn't good?
Well done. They claimed that the penalty they felt they did not feel it was a just one.
Oh, I
Rewarded
see.
to Morocco.
Oh, so they
So
walked out.
they went. Yeah, the coach called him off, but it's one of the players. I think his name is Manny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that went back and convinced his players to come back out and play the game
And they
and
won.
look at that they end up winning eventually
But maybe they
because
just needed a
the
little break.
Morocco squandered
Mm.
the penalty they got and eventually Senegal won 1-0.
Mm.
Yeah, well, I think they will face some
Of
disciplinary
course they
actions
will, of course. And if they don't, then everybody's going to just do
from
that when they feel like
FIFA
it.
would really have to put the foot
Yeah.
down on that. You can't display that sort of attitude, not in this day and age.
What do you mean you can't? You
No,
shouldn't.
we shouldn't.
Okay, don't say
You
can't
shouldn't.
because
You
there are a
shouldn't.
lot of things that we shouldn't do
Right.
and we do
We
it. So
shouldn't.
you say shouldn't do it,
You
okay?
shouldn't display that sort of.
So Mary is saying good morning, CJ and Jester from a cold Toronto. Happy Tuesday to everyone listening to Take 5. We know it's cold. I spoke to my friend this morning, Denise, and she says, girl, it is cold. She said the snow, I think they had, I don't, oh, it's windy. So when it's windy and the snow is there, the snow blows all over the place. It makes the road icy. It makes it. I apologize, and I'm really sorry, as I should say, but I'm in the sunshine. A little rain here and there, but really sunshine. But, I shall be back soon. I think Lorna and I are planning to go skiing. So when I go back, we're going to Blue Mountain or wherever we teach, we're going to ski. And if you hear that Jester, it's because of Lorna, eh? Because she invited me to go skiing with her.
What? Well, you doesn't check on what you don't be saying.
Of course, yes. I wanted to respond.
This kind of statement,
well,
people don't make this sort of statement.
If I did,
what you would say if you did is she?
Because she told me let's go skiing.
So you blame her for it?
No, I didn't blame her. I just that.
What is it? Maybe I'll make joke with me. Don't make a joke with this guy's statement.
Because hear this now. I'm not going to go skiing. I don't know which foot to put in the thing first. And when I'm going down the hill, I'm going to ball. I'm balling for my mother, my father, my everybody until I reach bottom down there.
Lana has to be very careful with you.
Meaning what?
But how you making that kind of statement?
Just say you're just afraid to death. That's all. Listen, I always.
Yeah, I can't do my partner bushes. I don't afraid to death already.
I know you're afraid to death. That's what you say.
My bushes don't make me laugh.
You see, I'm not. Let's put it this way. Death is something inevitable. I'm not afraid to death, but I just don't want anybody point a gun at me knowing that I'm going to die. But if death comes, what am I going to do? Don't point no thing at me, no gun or anything to let me know that I'm going to die. If I'm on a plane and the plane is going on, I know I'm going to die too. You understand all that? But, I'm not afraid of dying because I do have a different outlook on death. Because when you die, you're just sleeping. Sleep. You ain't feeling nothing. When you ever go for surgery and they give you the anesthetics and they tell you, think about somewhere very beautiful and check 1, 2, 3. By the time you reach 3, you're gonzo. When you wake up again, when you recover from the surgery, then you realize you were kind of dead. That is what that is all about. You go in a deep, deep sleep. So, let me take a quick break and we shall be righty backy.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Got some things I need to say. Feeling heavy, you're not alone. Come take 5, you're in the zone. Voices calm, hearts that care. 2 good friends always there. Let the sunlight in your mind.
Are you looking for that one local supermarket where you can purchase all your grocery and household items at the same time? Well, look no further. Smart Buy SA Belfon and Company Limited, located at the top of the town on Main Street, St. Patrick, is the ideal spot. They're opened Sunday to Sunday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturdays, and 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Sundays, just for your convenience. Call them today on 442-9219. That number again, 442-9219. We're shopping snacks at Snack Buy.
At Sugar's Repair Services, we offer digitally calibrated machines, resurfacing engine heads, general machinery. Show us your pattern and we'll make it with precision machines. At Sugar's Repair Services, we satisfy your needs. Just ask and it will be done. Call us at 473-418-1845.
Welcome to Take 5, your mental health program with CJ and Jester. With CJ and Jester.
And we are back. So,
even though what happened with me this morning today, I almost did not make it here,
you almost dead?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not dead. And you see, it's a real sacrifice to be there doing this program. So, yeah, this morning I went on Sotes, and guess what? I knew my gas was low, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped in the back, the way I could have get out park without the police having to come and give me any trouble. And so I cut off. But the park on the hill, right by John in the back there.
Or in the Salisbury Street?
Yes.
Okay.
was me and I ready to jump back inside a vehicle and get it started.
No gas empty?
Because the gas is low.
Uh-huh.
So now whenever your gas is low, and then once you park on a hill in a certain way, then it doesn't get the the pump to get
around.
it to go to sustain.
Right.
Boy, so I had to get a little gas bottle now.
That's good for you.
And go to the gas station. You see, if it was in a flat, I would have had that problem,
People always
So right now, my gas gauge would not be on the half tank, serious. No matter.
Well, I never leave mine go for the tank, because I know men especially always say
and people
that
say
when
that's
it's
good
on
for
E,
me.
it's enough. That is not enough. That is grounds for starting on the road.
It's problem.
And especially in places like Toronto when it's winter, or North America when it's winter, and your gas tank is like half tank or quarter tank or wherever it is, and you stop and go and stop and go, and the winter and you're long in the thing, gas, a lot of people end up stalled on the highway because they have no gas in the car. So we women, we have.
But there's a serious lesson on it this morning.
We women, we're very paranoid about keeping our car empty. I always have my car almost, if I see reach half tank, pat it up.
I know MP go say that good
not good for you because yes.
Because that's something she always usually speak.
I don't like. I can't feel comfortable with my car.
But you see, the thing about it there, and under normal circumstances, the gas that was there, it will take you a long way. No, but that's serious. Because I remember, even you'll see the gas light will come up, all them kind of thing to it. But in that case, look at that. Just me.
That's a lesson.
I learned my lesson.
Good.
Very,
put gas in your car. If you could afford to put gas, you give that walk. Buy a bicycle.
I tell you.
Yes. So, Jester, this morning, we're going to be talking about wedding planning. Whoever is going to get married or planning on getting married, like me, including me, this is something that we can talk about. If I get married again?
Get married again?
Of course. Why not? You available?
You have to make that money look
an AI man. When he watched me in the morning and he says, Claire, you look beautiful. I'm like, oh, thank you. Well, I see this happen. I see that one day and I almost pass out and I'm like, what? She have an AI boyfriend, And he says to her, you look beautiful today. And she says, oh, thank you so much. And you know what? She says she's enjoying the boyfriend because he's not making her see any trouble. He ain't cheating on her. He ain't doing nothing, all this kind of thing. So she happy. No, Kathleen, let go die. Kathleen, listen. In the age of where we live in technology, most of us going up with AI boyfriends, because we just sit on there and it says, what is my name? Brutus. Hey, Brutus, what do you think about, today's going to be a beautiful day for you to take a swim in the ocean. And I'll be right there with you. And, your swimsuit is beautiful. Where did you get it? At Forever 21? Or is it at JCPenney or Macy's? You give him the answer, he says, well, you did well. I'm like, what the heck is that? So, no. So if I'm going to get an AI boyfriend, I got to build him myself. Yeah. Kathleen says you're so right because yes, all of us end up with AI, but AI doing all kinds of things. This artificial intelligence, and you know that man.
All kind of wrong thing.
You know that man that did the Titanic, James Cameron. He did the Avatar also, and he's warning that the robots that they are making like this AI, they're making them with feelings. The heart. So sooner or later, you see how was it the Terminator or Robocop? You remember Robocop was a robot and then he turned into a real thing and they couldn't kill Robocop for a while. And the exterminator and so he says he's warning, putting out this sounding alarm that these robots that they are making these days, they're making them with feelings so that they might turn against the humans later on, But I hope I'm not wrong when they turn on because the machine gun that they have taking out everybody, I would like to be wherever I am. So we're talking about AI as doing some kind of joke, but it may not be a joke in the near future.
Yeah, artificial intelligence.
Yes. So, This morning, if you're planning a wedding, it says the topic of the thing, how does planning a wedding affect you mentally? And it says planning a wedding can be incredibly stressful due to high expectations, financial pressures, family dynamics, and the overwhelming number of decisions to make. And it says the common causes of wedding planning stress is high expectations. It says many couples feel pressure to create a perfect wedding experience, which can lead to anxiety about meeting these expectations. The desire to impress guests and create memorable moments can add significant stress to the planning process. That number one point is absolutely, absolutely, absolutely true. Because my thing is that yes, you're getting married. Yes, you want to be the beautiful blushing bride. You want to impress the people around you. But who cares whether you you impress them or whatever. The moment is yours and yours alone. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the wedding, it's the marriage.
Of course.
Because sometimes you have the wedding that is the cat's meow and the business. And 3 months, 4 months down the road, the fight starts. And then all hell break loose. You're not living in proper with each other or anything. So it says here that, it causes stress, high expectation.
Most of the time, is woman that has one big elaborate wedding.
I won't have you.
I say not doing no apology.
I said I won't have
But
you.
it's true.
That's right. Okay. Women want the big elaborate wedding. So why do the men go along with it?
Well, a lot of the time, at things like that, sometimes men have been felt pressured, and the pressure does come from all fronts. Um, so, for example, the man might have, let's say, he may have a few sisters. You understand?
Yeah, okay.
His mom,
Mm-hmm.
and you know how they will feel as how the person who he has to get married to feel. They will think, yeah, you should have something. But for a lot of the times, when for a man's sake, they don't really business much, or they could just go in the courthouse and marry, and that's it.
But yeah, there's no wrong there.
Yeah.
The thing is that you say I do, you follow your vows, and that's it. There's no one has to be present, to be quite honest. But let's go. Then the next one is budget concerns. Weddings can be expensive, and managing a budget while trying to avoid overspending is a common source of stress. The average wedding cost has risen significantly, leading to financial anxiety for many couples. And that is true. Things are really expensive. And if you're looking for the big, elaborate wedding and stuff like that, you're gonna find you have to pay for the what do you call it? The bombiniers. You have to give if you have bridesmaids, you have to give them a gift. If you have it's a whole kind of shebang of wedding, getting married. But you see, I think people has to be what do I have to tell you again? I don't know, can't remember what I want to tell you. You have to be cognizant of the fact that if you're not in a position where at the end of the wedding you can have financial security, you have to be cognizant of that. Because when after the people go home and you and your husband is there or you and your wife is there, that's when the struggle starts. Because you look around and you have to, if you want to buy a house, and I'm going to come to, if you want to buy a house, if you want to build something, if you want to do something, you want to travel, all this costs money. And then the people sometimes that you invite to the wedding, they come with a two-hand long, how they call long hand swinging like a hammock, back and forth, a pendulum, and they didn't even contribute anything to the wedding that you invited them to.
But one thing I can say, because at the end of the day, it boils down to the couple who intends to get married, and it's
Yes.
about what they want. They have to decide that. Now, if they want a big, as a somewhat elaborate kind of wedding,
Mm-hmm.
I believe that they should let somebody plan the wedding on their behalf and don't have that sort of great input. Because I've known of situation whereby where the elaborate wedding is concerned, and they are the main players in terms of the planning.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, the stress is just actually a bit too much.
It's true.
And sometimes not at their fault. So, for example, I know of a wedding that was planned the wedding, let's say, is taking place in August, the planning of it had started in December of the year before. So, in terms of the tailor had gotten his cloth and everything real early, had gotten him on, and still, within that long time, he was still late on delivering. The people had to turn up and actually course and carry on.
In Grenada here?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to say what it is?
No, well, go ahead. You give your piece.
I keep saying it every day, and just yesterday I was saying it again. We here, we have no respect for people's time or anything of this sort, because if you have some to sew somebody's clothes for a wedding in August, you get the cloth in December or whenever you get the cloth. So you know, okay, come June or even March, you have to start getting that ready, because the people, you know, when they wedding. And when you wait that last minute, you're making people in the monkey pants and all that, because nothing that you do, because you say you saw it in a hurry. So I'm thinking, that's why you always hear me saying the word next, because I cannot deal with things like that. Because if you put yourself out to get something done on time, Jester, and when you're ready to get it, you don't have it because they're making all the excuses under the sun. I really and truly cannot deal with that. And I said maybe I'm OCD where time is concerned. But you see what you're just saying there. They had it months in advance, and they still had to go costume on the last minute to get this stuff done. How could that be right?
I'm telling you.
How?
I know of a situation that happens like that. So these are the kind of things I tend to
But even
put the couple under a lot of mental strain.
But even though you get a wedding planner, the wedding planner cannot make the tailor sew the clothes. She's under, mind you, the wedding planner does be under more stress than the people are getting married, because everything is coming their way.
Well, yeah,
they have to deal with everything. And you might think, well, oh, I'm paying her to do this. But sometimes the amount of money that you pay is not enough to combat the stress that the person is going through,
Yeah, well, I'm agreeing with you that, but better that stress be for that person rather than the couple. Because in some instances, I realize some people, because if they are playing a pivotal role in the planning of the wedding and everything like that while they are getting married, sometimes they don't even get a chance to enjoy their honeymoon.
Well, coming down to that, hold on, let's go. So we have the next one as family dynamics. Involving family members in the planning can lead to differing opinions and conflicts. Balancing personal desires with family expectations can create tension and stress. As you said before, you have brothers and you have sisters and you have the mother-in-law and you have the mother, and everybody has to say what it is that they want in that wedding, who they want to invite. The wedding is not yours. Simple as that. It is not yours. And if I say that I don't want anybody, that's my choice. The wedding is not yours. So you cannot, unless, the only way you can say that, Jester, is if you are you're paying for the whole wedding.
Well, let me tell you something. Just people getting married sometimes starts with pressure. I'm telling you, Claire, some people got married because of the pressures that surround around them. Oh,
you need to get married.
Yeah, it's
time. You're getting old. I want grandchildren. And this kind of thing.
Have you been there a long time and it's time for all this? That is the kind of thing, and the mothers really push people into getting married.
But then in here, hear me now. So if they didn't push you to get married, were you going to get married?
Nobody didn't push me to get married.
No, I'm just asking. I'm not saying you personally.
Well, yeah, no, okay. And I don't believe it's right. Somebody or the couple should get married when it's comfortable for them to get married.
Yes, I think so. Let me see. Good morning.
The wedding is not yours.
No, it's not mine. It's not theirs. It's mine.
I wonder how we will be able to push Jester into getting married.
I've been burnt already.
No, folks, you've been burnt already.
Yes.
What a topic. And I think that it is so obvious that
the wedding belongs. Well, let's say in oh, good morning to your listeners. Good
Good,
morning, Claire.
good
Morning, Jeff.
morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning
Let
to
me
you,
put my
Shams.
manners in fashion. Yeah. It is said that the in tradition the wedding belongs to the bride.
Mm-hmm.
The female is the one who called the shots for whatever is to take place. And it's based on culture and tradition inherited
Mm-hmm.
because normally you'll find in our society the bride and the bride's parents are the ones who, in a lot of instances, would have fit the bill or foot the bill for a
Mm-hmm.
wedding. But that has changed over the period of time where most couples share the expenses, the male and the female. And in instances where the man is fortified financially, he may very well foot the bill for everything. But today you find both persons would, unless it's a very young couple getting married, you find that the female's family parents would
Mm-hmm.
have a high responsibility as it relates to the cost of the wedding. But at the end of the day, the wedding doesn't matter who footing the bill or whatever. The wedding belongs to the bride and the groom,
Bingo.
and they
Mm-hmm.
determine who they would want to celebrate that milestone with them. Yeah, and I know that it always creates a lot of issues with good friends and even some family members who feel that they should be part of that
Mm-hmm.
particular ceremony for whatever reason. But one must come to understand that the right belongs to the male, the bride to be, and the groom to be, to determine who they want to share that moment with them. And a lot of us get real irate when we good friend get married and she don't invite me. I hear it by
you,
the wayside.
you,
Mm-hmm.
you're
And
so correct
I'm
about
going in
that.
the post office every day to see if I get the invitation in the post office.
No, these days they coming through emails and
Or
save the
email
date. Mm-hmm.
or whatever. Well, when I can't see by email, some of them just
For the
call the
post office.
postman. Yeah, yeah, let me come today. I'm expecting an important mail.
Uh,
Eh?
Oh Lord.
But
Yeah.
one has to come to the understanding that it is not your call. It is not, and you know what is very disgusting about all of that? You find enmity takes place
Oh
after.
yes,
You're
yes,
yes.
there, they're
yes.
inviting, they're passing you, and they're telling you, you
Yeah,
said this, I
funny
thought
enough.
she was my friend,
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah.
whatever. Or you meet Justin and you say, I hear you get married. Well, you could have invited me. I thought you were my friend.
Mm-hmm.
And that needs to stop because nobody is entitled to an invitation to somebody's wedding.
True that.
Nobody.
True that.
That's why you find at times when people elope, with just the male and the female,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't sit after.
Yeah.
Nobody, when I say nobody, neither mother nor father, nobody's
Nobody.
entitled to that invitation.
Nobody.
Yeah.
It's in the goodness in the heart of the groom and to invite who they want. And the auntie and the tantie and the nene and the cousin and the who and the ha doesn't necessarily have to get an invitation. You're not entitled to it.
True.
So start grumbling over it. You didn't
Yeah.
get one, wish them well, and
And move
continue to
along.
your
That
way.
that's
Yes.
that's how it should be. But sometimes you would like to invite some people, but because of the resources, the constraint of the
Uh-huh.
resources, it just does not allows you to.
That is a major concern. A wedding costs money.
A
You're
lot of money.
catering.
Mm-hmm.
You don't bring people in wedding and have them dry mouthed.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
You have to have food, you have to have drinks, your music, your venue, everything costs something, and people have to come, excuse me, come to terms with that kind of thing. Um, their expectations are usually high too, when they come to the wedding, based on what kind of food and drink they have, they're going to run them out on you
Of
too.
course, of course. We
What?
covering
That's
all
the
that just now.
cheapest,
Yes.
that's the cheapest wedding
Ever been. Yes.
I ever been to. But again, even with an invitation, if I send someone an invitation and the invitation just have that person's name on
Mm-hmm.
it alone,
Mm-hmm.
that the expectation is that is the only person to attend that wedding.
Exactly, and I'm going to talk
You
about that
can't
too.
bring another one unless your invitation
Says plus
indicates
one.
that you're entitled to a plus one
Yeah.
or friend or whatever
Mm-hmm.
the case
Mm-hmm.
may be. Now, I likewise, it is very unprofessional and disrespectful for someone to send an invitation to a married person
And get just one
alone.
person. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It ought to be Mr. and Mrs.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yes.
can't just send a wedding invitation to Mr. Brown or Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Brown has a husband, Mr. Brown has a wife.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is, a lot of them figure if they have a family, 3 kids, and they get an invitation to Mr. and Mrs. Brown, they want to bring the 3 kids with them.
No, they didn't say that.
The invitation didn't say Mr. Mrs. Brown and family.
Nope, just two.
Once the family in there, you cannot bring your children with you. It is not a wedding for children, obviously, to have children there or whatever the case may be. So we have to be able to read those invitations appropriately and respond accordingly. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
next thing you know, you get an invitation and boom, here comes the lady. She bring the boyfriend. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
she brings your mother.
Uh-huh.
She father. She had 3 children. She bring them with them too. By the time you turn around, you have instead of having 100 people in your wedding, you have 300 because
Yes.
everybody's bringing their who and their half.
And they need to
That
stop
should
this.
never happen.
Yeah.
Read your invitation properly and understand what it means. And that goes across the board to any function that you're invited to.
Any.
Yeah.
Any function that you're invited. You need to read that invitation properly. You need to, and the other thing is to the RSVP.
Yes.
A lot of people fail to respond, whether they will come or not come. They don't RSVP, and then they expect to show up. So you have to understand that once you see RSVP, it means that there is some catering consideration that is
Exactly.
taking place there,
Mm-hmm.
and the people need to know what they're catering for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yes.
it is recommended that you cater for at least a 10% more than you invite
Right.
because you never know what can happen and you don't want to embarrass anybody. But invitations should not be taken for granted to people's wedding.
Thank you so
And
very
you
much.
should not expect someone to invite you, regardless of the relationship you have with that individual, to their wedding.
Amen.
It's a private ceremony, and they are the only ones entitled to determine who should be there to witness that milestone in their life. What do you think?
You're so
I'm
correct
thinking
about
again, you say to read the book. I mean, I could close the program right now and going home.
But let me tell you something. When you see I getting married and I invite Claire, Jester, don't let Claire bring you along. Eh? I say, oh, I doesn't drive late in the night. So I don't drive.
In that
Yeah.
case, honey, let me tell you.
I'll save the embarrassment.
Hold on. Once the Radisson, La Luna, Koyaba, and those places have beds, I'll come down the day before.
Yeah.
Yes.
And spend the night.
I spend the night. And I don't want just to behind me either.
I'm not a serious point there, you know.
Yes.
Oh, you know, I don't like to drive when I drink, so bring you just with me.
Why don't people do that?
Your driver.
Exactly. I agree. Thank you so very much.
Right.
You may call
Shama,
back
you
just
really
now.
send the point home, man. You really send the point home.
He suit, you know.
Huh?
He just have a 3-piece suit, you know. He just come to drive you.
That was Morgan Freeman and Miss Daisy. Let's put it that way. All right. Thank you so very much.
You're
Thank-
most
Okay,
welcome.
bye-bye.
Yes,
Y'all
man.
have a nice day.
Thank you.
You as well,
Okay,
man.
bye-bye.
Wow. Always a mouthful from
Yes.
Shama, man. But she really hit it home,
Yes,
man.
it is true.
Yeah, really hit it home.
Someone said just marry in secret. And yeah, you could do that. That's what elope is all about. You know, when you marry in secret, you just get up and you go about your business and
Yeah,
you
you
marry.
don't have all the stress
All
on
the
them to put up
stress
with.
and all this kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Because here again, it talks about decision overload. The sheer number of decisions to be made from venue selection to catering and decor can be overwhelming. This decision fatigue can lead to burnout and frustration as couples navigate complex choices. As you said earlier, they should get a wedding planner to do that. But again, even though you get the wedding planner, Jester, you still have to tell that wedding planner what you want. And on a daily or weekly basis, you still have to find yourself in meetings with that wedding planner. So that still could cause mental disruption for you.
Yeah.
It may not be that you're taking it on fully by yourself, but you can't just let it go in the wedding planner hand and hope for the best.
Yeah, but what you don't want, Claire, is on the actual day of the wedding itself. You don't want to be a part of none of the logistic kind of thing
Except
on that
walking up
wedding
to the
day.
altar and meeting
Yes,
man.
and just doing all
Okay.
stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
You don't want that at
I
all.
hear you.
You don't want nobody coming and tell you, well, that I haven't seen that day. Where are we getting? No, no, no.
It happens in all.
Sure.
Let me tell you something. Despite what plans you have, you could plan down to the T, just across your T's and dot your I's. On the day of that wedding, something happening. Believe me when I tell you, something happening, because not everybody is going to go as we have all ducks in a row and they all start to quack one after the other. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you have it all down pat and then one thing just go off and that throw off everything else. You ending up late, you ending up without this, you ending up without that, and then you getting mad and you pull up your dress and you kick out your shoes and you say, everybody get out. Out, out. I've seen wedding like that. The bride gets so upset, she pick out your shoes and she pull up your dress and she say, everybody out.
Oh, yeah? Wow.
Because you see, the thing about it, like Chama says and we all say, wedding costs a lot of money. And it takes a lot of yourself and whoever it is that is doing the wedding to get it, because it's your perfect day. And sometimes we as brides or bridezillas or what had bridezillas to like Godzilla bridezillas, we bad as brick bottle. We as brides, we want our day to be so perfect and we're forgetting that there's no perfection in anything. So then you put undue pressure on yourself in the first place to get that perfect wedding. It ain't no perfect wedding. The most perfect wedding is you go in front of the justice of the peace, or in front of the thing, you say I do. Sometimes you went the people in there, the judge have the people that writing things and them serve as your witness and so for you inside. Everybody you married and you go about your business, nobody knows, and you go home. This sometimes is the best.
Like that.
Oh, I love it like that.
Yeah,
that's it.
Just
you don't have to
nobody
worry.
have to hold you up in arms because you didn't send them an invitation. They vex you, you're making any.
Yeah, this is it. Time management. And time management is going back to that tailor or that seamstress or these people that has to do stuff for you.
Yeah.
Juggling wedding planning with work and personal responsibilities can be challenging. Many couples find it difficult to allocate enough time to plan their wedding, leading to increased stress as the big day approaches. And the next one says, fear of things going wrong. The pressure to ensure everything runs smoothly on the wedding day can lead to anxiety. Couples often worry about potential mishaps, which can heighten stress levels during the planning process. So again, all of the things that we talk about that Shoma mentioned is happening right here. And this is what it is that, you see, when I get married again, let me see where I'm going. First of all, when my daughter decided to get married.
That man had 99 pence.
When my daughter said that she's going to marry, we're going to Hawaii. That's it. Destination wedding, that's it. A lot of people cannot afford to buy tickets to go to Hawaii. Hawaii is way down the road. They're way down. And I said to her, baby, if you buy the ticket for your mother, I'm there. Simple as that. Hawaii, here we come. Because destination wedding causes you to know exactly what you want, how many people you want in the wedding, whatever you do, and it's done. You go and you marry, no paparazzi, no nobody. You just do your thing and you plan your plane and you come back.
I realize you just take fantasizing at the next level.
Meaning what? I fantasize about the wedding that I'm going to have. Yeah. A girl could dream. It says, causes of wedding stress. These are some of the aspects of wedding planning that can be stressful. Creating a guest list, and this is the integral part of it. Creating a guest list, deciding who to invite, and more importantly, who not to invite, can be difficult. Depending on your budget and the venue, you may not be able to accommodate everyone you would like to have at your wedding, which can be painful. Finding a venue is the next one. So let's stick with this one. Now, I'm getting married, and I want you, Jester. I want Lorna. and one Jenny, and one Denise, and one Sonia, like my peeps, right? And and I send the invitation and I put to Lorna and family. Lorna family is her daughter. So that's two, right? Okay. Jenny and family. That's Jenny and her hubby. And if her daughters are still home, then them too. But as long as Shama said, if it didn't say Lorna and family, Lorna alone coming. I didn't say plus one or anything else. And when you say this is who I want, this is who you want. So if you dress up in your three-piece suit, as Shama say, and you drive me to the wedding, you drive Lorna to the wedding, you're going to drop Lorna and say, call me when you're ready to come home, and I pick you back up at that venue. I did not invite you to the wedding. There's a wedding coming up, and people just think, well, they invite me to the wedding, so I could invite my girlfriend. We didn't say that. No! And if you're bold enough to bring the girlfriend to the wedding, both of you staying outside. Because I wouldn't say, oh, come in and leave the girlfriend. I said, you go outside and meet the girlfriend or something of
But
that sort.
what do we do? In our culture here, right?
And that's why we have to stop. When you come up with a just stop it.
But I'm asking you, I want to ask you the question.
Ask me.
What you did not expect the driver in the three-piece suit that drive Lorna.
Yeah.
But he enters. What would you do?
That's when I kick out my shoes. And I'm pulling up my dress and I'm coming down.
Oh gosh.
No, and the thing is, this is gonna work. You have a guest list, you have someone at the front ticking off Lorna.
How do you tell him?
How do I tell him? Did you get an invitation? And he says, no, well, I came with Lorna. I said, well, Lorna only got one invitation. It wasn't a plus one. I'm sorry. Because what we accommodate for, we don't have extra room for anybody. Simple as that. You've been very, very diplomatic about it. No, because you see, here, some say, oh, I didn't get an invitation because I know you didn't see me. If you see me, you would have invited me, so I come. What? I don't know, see because I don't want...
What? You have some people thinking so.
Yes, it happens, I know. I didn't see you because I didn't want to see you. I didn't invite you because I don't want you there. It's simple as that.
It's different thinking people, man. I really and truly, I don't like to go in places where I'm not invited, regardless of what the activity is. So,
it is not right to go anywhere that you're not invited. As simple as that. If you go into somewhere just and you said, Claire, I'm going to that party tonight. You want to come? And I'm asking you, well, did they invite me? Why are you sure if you bring me there won't be a problem? Oh no, there is no problem. I go there and they're watching me all kind of funny, all kind of ways. I feeling uncomfortable. I just say, Jester, hasta la vista. I gone.
Except it's a case where you have open invitation. Like these days, a lot of men who celebrate their birthday, they look to make something of it. So what they'll do, they will cook food and anything.
And sell and all this kind of thing.
No, they won't sell the food. The food go be free.
But the drinks
they have in a bar.
Okay.
Yeah, they're selling the drinks.
But when you say the thing about it, this is we have to stop this in the Caribbean, especially let's say I'm talking about Grenada. They have to, because you see the thing about it. If you say to yourself that you're having how come that when other people have their wedding, Italians and people from different culture have their wedding. I've been to an Indian wedding, to 2 Indian weddings, as a matter of fact. They were workmates of mine. They invited me and my husband at the time. We went to the wedding. There was no paisans. No paisans whatsoever. Paisans are the people that did not get invitation and show up on the wedding day. You can attend the ceremony at the church or wherever it is. You're free to attend, but you did not get invitation to move to the next step, and you should adhere to that. So when you go to other weddings and you see how it's run, they have you all seated at a table, they do their thing, and no other people that is not invited come to the wedding, even though they know them. Because as Shama says, you cater for those sorts of things. That's why you have RSVP. So if you don't have RSVP, that means you're not coming, so 1 plate less, 1 table to 1 seat less. You cannot show up on the day and say, oh, I meant to, and I did. Well, sorry.
But the thing about it, yes, and we do work with a number, right? Because a number will determine what budget you work with, right? You send out the invitation, so whoever you set it out, that is only who you expect to show.
Exactly.
But within the way we operate, Clay.
I'm just saying we have to stop that. Don't
But,
come and
but
tell me the
no,
way we operate.
yeah,
We
but
got to stop this.
the thing is, we don't really have anybody at the same time. I don't see that happen. Somebody is there at the entrance to specifically deal with that and ensure that you are one of the invitees, so
Because
you can get
trust
in.
you trust that the person that you invite read the invitations properly, and show up by themselves. Like, let me tell you something. When I'm getting married again, I don't want you by the door, because you go tell somebody, it's all right, man, me and Claire, you could go inside. I'm putting you out too.
But you see, that is the point I'm making a while ago. Is that some people will just show up.
They show up and you go to,
just,
according to them, when they say, if you see me on scene, they show up and show up. That is it. Because just if we don't take a stand for these things, it is going to continue to wreck whatever. Because there are people, let's put it that way. I invite 50 people to my wedding, right? I cater for 50, 50, no more. You leave the 10%, yes, but you don't expect the 60 to show up, right? 50 persons. Now that 50 persons that I invite, let's say 40 is who I invite that is there. The next 10 that just show up, because what happened to the next 10, the other 10 that I prepared for, and they're not getting to eat or drink or do anything in the wedding because that other 10 persons that I did not invite show up at the wedding.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying fully.
So what you tell me about culture?
I understand that, but I'm telling you, usually how we operate here, even if we know that he got here, he wasn't invited.
He cut your shoes and go down the stage.
But still, because we are kind of people at the same time, we don't like to make people feel, kind of.
Okay. And that is the hypocrisy of it, Jester. Because we are the kind of people that do not like to make people feel. But at the end of the day, you say, well, what the heck, he end up in my wedding? I didn't invite him in my wedding, and you're cussing like a banshee. Cut it out right there. Let him know that him or her know that you weren't invited to the wedding, because it is a catered wedding, and the number of seats that we have is for the people that RSVP'd to come to the wedding.
And let me tell you, maybe the thing about it, if, like you say, 10 show up who wasn't expected to be there,
and they take the seats of the 10 that's supposed to come, what happens?
If the thing about what usually happens, if 1 or 2 persons, just leave it slide.
Slide? I ain't sliding. Because you see the thing about it, it's like you're telling me that anytime I have something, anybody has something, it is your right to go to that event without being invited and expect to be treated as the people that are invited. We got to stop this. You do not assume that you are invited unless you have an invitation in your hand and you RSVP or not. This is because I invited you. Your name is on that invitation, not the 10 persons or the other one that show up and hoping that you will get in because, I know Claire and I know Jester. They're good, man. We good. No, we're not good. We good on the outside when I am not getting married and I did not invite you.
I know it's not the proper thing to do. You have not been invited. You should not be there. But at the same time, we as a people...
You keep saying we as a people.
Well, yeah, that is... normally, that is... Remember, Grenadian.
I am a Grenadian.
On this planet.
I am a Grenadian. Shama is Grenadian. You are Grenadian.
As much as we might say we will be doing that, but when that time comes around to have the real guts to approach a person and make them feel, it's not that easy thing. I'm telling you. I know that.
Listen, you want to try me?
I don't try you.
Oh, okay.
I don't try you.
Let me set my date. You do not even get an invitation. Because you go let one of
you telling me what? You think it's easy thing to do?
It is. Yeah. Because let me tell you something. You always hear me saying, if I invite you to my place for dinner that starts at 6, and I say dinner is from 6 to 8:30, and you show up 8:15 for my food, 8:30 you gone to, You're not going to linger inside here and say, well, I come late, and that's not my business. You did not respect my time. If you want to take out your container and go about your business from my place. Simple as that.
No, you have to hear the reason.
What reason?
You don't know what could have turned.
No, we take lateness.
No.
We take lateness.
That is not a good way. The person may have a very valid reason.
Then why didn't you call and say so? That's why we have phones. Call and say, Claire, I was planning to be there on time. I had an emergency, but it's okay. Can I come and let me make the decision and say, yes, no problem, because you're an emergency. But if you willingly say to yourself, you know what?
And what if coincidentally the phone had a problem? It wasn't working.
What? You're right to laugh.
No.
It's okay.
But I'm serious. Ask my question. I'm dead serious.
Then
if coincidentally the phone was
cell
working,
phones all over the place. You could make a stop and say, hey man.
And ask people for a call?
Of course. We used to ask people for a call before we had cell phones galore. We had phones all over the place. You have paid
just to satisfy you that
yes, because we take lateness as a profession in this part of the world. You would later and they tell you, oh, this is that time. Oh, at least I showed up. You didn't have to. Seriously, you didn't have to.
Little lady, behave yourself and
don't call me later. So, RSVPs, following up on RSVP, and this is very important. While some people are prompt to respond, you may find yourself following up repeatedly with others in order to get a final headcount and create a sitting chat. You see why RSVP is very important? Should you or I invite a plus one, if the invite is just for one person, managing the budget. So if I invite you, Jester, should you invite a plus one? Should you invite your wife or your girlfriend or your significant other because, oh, she's there, I get invitation to the wedding, 2 of us going? It did not say that, you know.
Yeah, but as Shama said, if it's a married couple, it is not proper that you invite the husband and not the wife or the other way around.
Okay, so hear me. Let me say this now. What if I don't like the husband and I don't want to see him?
No, you have to do things according to principle.
Oh, and what if I don't have no principle?
Well, don't invite both of them.
Then fine. If I invite the one that I'm comfortable with, and I don't like the man or I don't like the woman, you alone coming. It's up to you to say. It's up to you now to tell me. You know what? I'm not coming because you did not invite my husband or my wife.
No, I don't think it's proper. Are you telling you that?
Somebody says they're getting married on April 1st. And no children allowed. And if you are not married, you are not invited. Well, look at that. That person bad as break bottle.
All Fool's Day? April 1st, yeah.
April 1st is just a date.
It's
just a date.
I just mentioned it.
It's just a date. It's a date like January 1st. People dubbed it too.
Who's supposed to get married?
Then when you find the person, they will April 1st.
Yeah,
am I invited? Would I be able to come? And should I bring a plus one? Because that time I'll be, I'll have a significant other as it is already. So managing the budget, like wedding are expensive affairs, and you might find that certain things you have had your heart set on are beyond your budget, which can be disappointing. So even though you budget for 100 people, Jester, and when you come down to the nitty-gritty of it, you could only do 50. You cut back on the other 50 that you had in mind to invite because your budget doesn't allow you to do 100. And that's proper thinking. Do not go inviting the 100 and you know after that you'll be on the financial strain. Doesn't that make sense?
Could you just repeat what you just said? I got a little bit distracted there. I said something.
Yeah. I said. Mm-hmm. It says managing your budget. If you wanted to invite 100 people to your wedding.
Yeah.
But when you check your budget does not allow you to invite 100. You cut it down to 50 and you stay at 50 because this is where your budget can reach.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense. Do you think it makes sense to fight and struggle to invite the 100 persons and at the end of the day, you are in a big hole and everybody walk home and go and be okay? Do you think it's okay to do that?
No, it's not okay to do that. Of course not. I mean, at the end of the day, you will be in the kitchen feeling the heat,
Here's what one Mr. Lalson says. Backyard party and RSVP is separate and the invitee or invitees names on the card. And that is what I've been saying. We come out in the same wall. So if I invite you, your name is Jester Augustus Noel on the invitation. And and you decide that, okay, I am going to bring Claire with me. Claire name is not an invitation. It's just, yeah, so you cannot bring, if it's a backyard party and you open Sipolka, everybody going, you don't have need name cards or anything. But once you're invited and you RSVP by yourself, you cannot bring anybody else. You should not bring anybody else.
Yeah.
Here, you're inviting 2 people and they're coming with their whole family of 5. This is what Shama said also.
Yeah.
You cannot and should not, because the invitation is only for Mr. and Mrs. Noel. That is me and Jester. That is a joke, people. Don't take that serious. Me and Jester, Mr. and Mrs. Noel will come into the wedding. That's it. We're not bringing Giovanni. We're not bringing Kira. And we're not bringing Jidel. They have to stay home and look after each other until we get back home, because it's only 2 of us that are invited. And when you bring your whole family, what about this sitting arrangement that the people ask you to RSVP so that they can get a head count and create a sitting chart? So if I'm on table number 2, just you and I show up with 5 of us, what happened to the rest of the people that has to be sitting on table number 2? What happened? And this is serious,
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not disputing that at all, It is a principal thing to be doing, of course, and I do agree wholeheartedly.
Yes. So, creating your look. Part of the wedding planning process also involves creating your look, which can be both fun and stressful. The thought of being the center of attention and the pressure to look perfect can be overwhelming. From your clothes and shoes to your accessories and hairstyle, there are a lot of decisions to be made. So when you're going to be the bride of the day, you want to look like the bee's knees and the cat smell bar none, because you are the center of attention. And that too can be stressful. Because when you go by the hairdresser and you have all that hair in front of your head here, and you want that style, and the hairdresser say, well, I can't make miracle, I can't work magic and give you that, you're getting upset. But you don't have the hair for the style that you want. We have to be, what is the word? We have to be, what is the word, Jester? We have to know what we have to work with. You cannot go and ask for a style and you have hair in front of you and you want the thing to curve in front of you. You don't have that kind of hair. So when you're planning about your wedding style, is either you wear a wig or a weave or you go baldy. That's it. Because the styles that you're asking for, or take the advice of the hairdresser and say, okay, this style is going to work for you. And if you do your veil or your hat or so that way, you're going to look really, really good. But some of us, we don't have hair on our head. And we want the best style out for our wedding day. And don't get me wrong, you want to look perfect. But perfection doesn't come with stupidity. Not at all. You have your dress and you have your shoes and everything. Yes, everybody wants to look good on their wedding day. But you have to know what the limitations that you have.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Getting fit. So again, we're hitting the gym when we're getting married now. Knowing that all eyes are going to be on you can cause you to feel self-conscious and make you want to be in your best shape for your wedding day. There's no wrong there. However, pursuing unhealthy diets and other viral skincare and hair care trends can be risky. Crash dieting is not safe and can lead to long-term health effects. So even though you want to look smashing on your wedding day, bear that in mind. If you go on that diet where you're drinking water for half of the day, and the next half of the day you eat crackers and cheese and nothing else, that won't work. You are killing yourself. You may get thin, but the minute the preacher or the pastor who says, and do you, Claire Joseph, take Jester-Noel to be your wedding, boom, you fall down. Because you're tired, you're weak, you have no sustenance or anything of that sort. So we have to be real when it comes to wanting to look the best on our wedding day. If you're working out, you know your wedding is in August, start working out in December. It takes 6 months for you to get the bod that you want to look the best way you know how. You can't just start a month today and say, oh, last week, you want to start and say you're getting married this week and then you want the dress to fit you like this. And no, it doesn't work because you're killing yourself. As it says, what do you call the diet again? The unhealthy diets, the skincare. and the hair trend, and you take Gorilla Glue and you paste a piece of hair in front here and when to take it out, your whole scalp peeling out. For what? For one day? Be reasonable.
If I have to marry again,
Tell
in a
me.
courthouse.
Eh?
It's
The
in a
courthouse?
courthouse.
It doesn't make your vows different than if you go in front of the thing without everybody, you know.
No.
Same thing.
I find that the better thing. But who knows, the person that you might be wanting to get married to, they might have other ideas. And that way the whole kind of debacle has come. You know?
Again, another thing that the person says, another thing, social media. The thing is with us these days, Jester, when we decide that we're getting married or whatever it is that we are doing, we have to post it as though we're working in the post office. We keep posting this and posting that. And people that you don't even know from Adam giving you advice as to what to do, how to do it, and all this kind of thing. Putting more stress on you than anything else. Stay away from social media. Before, when my grandmother and my everybody else and them that was getting married, we didn't have social media. And they got married. The marriage lasts for 10, 15, 20, 51 and all the counting years. Now everybody is going on social media and putting all their business out there. And when they get the feedback that they don't like, it causing major stress on them. You can't. If it's something that you love to do and you want to do it within the range of your subtle.
Okay. You make mention about people putting a thing on social media. The next thing is that when they have the speeches at the reception, I find some people now. I mean, the things that they just be saying or the advice they usually want to give
Take the mic
the
from
wedded couple. I mean, if them people they already is aware that is why they are getting married, and a lot of the basic things that they just be coming and make mention of and want to, I mean, lecture you and them people are already, they are cognizant of these things, and that is why they end up getting married.
That's
So the matter just fine.
That's why you pull up your dress, you kick out your shoes and say, hey, this is not my first rodeo here. I'm living with him or you're living with me. We know each other. Let's just knock it off. Bridezilla in that case.
Sit a long talk.
About if you have a fight, don't go to your mother, don't go to your father, try to solve it. They know that they've been fighting since. They fight and they get married still.
Actually, I was fed up with that kind of stupidity and them.
Here is the next one. This is why you have to choose properly who gets an invite to your wedding. I've been in wedding already where I want to crawl under the table because of what some people say, I went to a wedding once, the bride was pregnant. Nobody in the wedding knew about it except the person. And she says, but when you get the invitation and you say the wedding was that time, I was wondering, well, how they have the wedding to just that time? I didn't know you had a bun in the oven.
Wow.
Look,
wow.
I tell you, I just wanted to slide under the table because of shame. And I'm like, why would you come and say this? That's why don't give nobody mic.
But I tell you,
don't give nobody
mic is a very powerful instrument. A lot of people don't realize it. But me, I don't give people mic. When I handling a mic, I will just take it and give somebody like that.
No, don't give it. And then when the open flow, anybody want to say something? No. Yeah. Don't let anybody say anything because what you don't expect is what comes. Especially those heifers and them jealous.
What somebody?
Especially if they're jealous that you get married and they're still sitting on home, they're waiting for Mr. Right to fall in the lap and Mr. Right and fall in here and walk in here and doing nothing, and they come in as though they want to say nice and then they say the bad things. Don't give nobody mic. I ain't want no mic. Don't come and say anything. If I invite you, if you get invitation, that's one thing. But you're not allowed to speak at my wedding. Nobody. Don't come and say nothing. I have nothing to hide, but I don't want you to say because you see sometimes they say, "Oh, I know Claire forever, and Claire used to dance, and Claire does wine, and Claire does do this," and how that money should be in the speech that you're giving. How? You tell me. So sometimes when they get the mic and they're happy to get 15 minutes of fame, They're saying all
all,
wrong
all kind of
things. All things that is not relevant
Not
to the
a
wedding.
joke, yeah.
And you just want to stand up and just take your shoes and pelt and then take them off.
Like the heel, the tip of the heel fall on the forehead. Oh God! I tell you.
So it no, honestly, wedding is a tough thing to go ahead with, And I think the best thing, the best thing for me is for you to say to your partner or your significant other, listen, I know you want this to happen, but let's think about it rationally. At the end of this, what we're planning to do, it's you and I that have to live the life. Not all the people that came to celebrate with us. Not because what if I want to buy a house? Okay. Alin, Alin, Alin said laugh alone when I take any shoes and pelts and not all the people that is in there, yes, they came and they celebrated. But at the end of the day, we that have to fight at the end of the day to make our life the way it is, not them. Because I'm telling you, there are some people that do not wish you well. Even though they're grinning and skinning at you at the wedding, but they do not wish you well. And the comments that they make when they have the mic, you watching, you giving them the stinker, and when you get down, you going and you holding them in the throat and you saying, what was that you said up there? Take them out. Seriously. But to each its own. If you want big crowd and you want big wedding, and take what you get then.
Isn't it fair? I didn't realize that comment was on when I make mention of
when in the courthouse,
yeah.
You're still in somebody else in the courthouse.
Oh please!
That many person wants to go to the church and everything. Courthouse. Listen, when you go to the courthouse, the judge and judging you, it's going. It just saying, asking you to say what it is. You come out of there, you could have the best dress and go to the courthouse. There is this place in Toronto called City Hall. It is not a church where people go. You see the bride, the groom, if they have children, their children, the mother, the father, the mother-in-law, the father-in-law, and maybe the sisters. One line of people in the wedding party. They come out of City Hall, they take a few photos, they jump in the limo, and they're gone. And then they have the party at home. There are a lot of weddings that people go to that they get married. They marry in the morning, and in the afternoon they have a reception for the invited guests. It doesn't make sense having this huge hoopla of wedding and then tomorrow and those, and here it is, those that come to the wedding, and then if a few months after they hear, well, Jester and Claire having marital trouble, oh, and they have that big wedding and spend all that money, they broke now, that's why they're fighting. See those suckers in it? See them? That is why you have to really, really be specific about the people that have your back that you want in your wedding.
Right. Well, you have some people again that when you invite them to a wedding, the first thing they do is food on their mind.
What's on
they
the
don't
menu?
cook in a house. They're hungry.
Yes.
And they're bagging. And watch. Me personally, I don't like to go in no social event. Wherever where food or thing you will be, and go there empty.
Yes.
No. Never. I don't like the idea at all.
Let me say good morning to Mackenzie Y2. She has checked in. Listen, here's the comment. That CJ is the perfect wedding. Church, then home, then celebrate in the evening with your loved ones. And that is the perfect wedding. Nobody waiting to say this or say that or do this or do that. You have your wedding in the morning, you go, you say your vows, you exchange your vows with your person, and then you go home and you strip from the white dress or whatever, you put on your dancing shoes and your other clothes, and you go and you celebrate with the couple in the evening. And that's it. At that time, nobody have nothing to say because it's the people that you really want there that is there with you. So when I getting married, it's going to be my 5, my 6, and that's it. Well, no, let me see. The 6, my daughter and my son, my grandgirls, and that's about it. Nobody else. And if the broom mess up, me alone, not going to do it for myself. But that time I'm calling the AI guy. He's on back the back burner waiting. In case you ain't show up, let me call Mr. AI. Like, well, yes, she's planning to get married, but I don't know with who. And people planning to get married because I don't know if the groom available or the groom, I don't know. Somebody getting married. So let's see. Sending Thank you note. After, even after the wedding is over, the work doesn't end. You still have to send out thank you notes to your guests and vendors in a timely manner. So the people that worked for you to make your wedding the perfect as it possibly can. After the wedding is over, you got to send thank you to each and every one of them. And you cannot wait 6 months down the road because your wedding is over. You got to do it pronto. Just get it over and done with. Say thank you. Make them feel appreciated.
That two words is just two words, but very, very significant.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Extremely significant.
Here with planning the honeymoon now. In addition to planning the wedding, you may also be simultaneously planning your honeymoon, which is a whole other set of tasks. Now you have to wonder, you have to figure out where you're going, what you're taking with you, all these kinds of things on your honeymoon. How much days you're going to spend, if you're going to stay inside and hold up for the whole week of the honeymoon, or if you're going to see daylight outside, or any other thing. Because some people go on the honeymoon, and it's the honeymoon they go on. They go book their hotels, they go to the hotel, they get their room. Do not disturb is on the door. They get food, they put the plate outside, and just let the people come and pick it up. They ain't sitting there because they are on their honeymoon. If they want to take a trip one day, they go for it by themselves, they come back because they're on their honeymoon. So it's not something you have to destination again. Some people wait after they get married because they cannot afford to go on the honeymoon right after they married, so they start saving money to go on the honeymoon later on. But that time the honey gone already and the moon and moon are just there.
Explain to me the time frame of the honeymoon. Let me see how we could educate our listeners out there, because what is the period of the honeymoon?
Meaning what?
Well, the honeymoon usually be after the wedding is
Yes,
over.
yes.
But what is the time frame for it? Is it any time after that? Is it a specific time? Is it at the end of the night? Is it so? If you're married in the evening, is it by next morning? It should be over.
It depends. Okay. If you do not have any obligations to anybody or anything, also, you marry this morning while the reception is going on. You pick up your wife or your husband. You jump in your limo, get on the plane. Mexico, here I come. Wherever you want to go, here I come. That your honeymoon starts at the reach on the airport, and that's it. You start your honeymoon. Now, people like me so that poor and broke, and I get married, and I do not have the finances to take me on the honeymoon instantly. I may go maybe a month after, 3 months after, or a year after. Honeymoon takes place anytime that you can afford to go on that honeymoon. Some people do not even go on a honeymoon. They get married, they go home, and they continue their life just as normal. So you don't really have to go on a honeymoon, especially honeymoon is for people that just meet, like those little generation ex children and them, and they get married and they want to go places. But people are living, let's say you and I living together for 10, 14, 15 years. The honey gone, the moon gone. You just go back to normal and you continue your life as right. But most people, when they get married, they want to go on honeymoon because they want that time for themselves to release the stress of all the planning for getting married. So even though they don't even have to leave the island. They can go to, what's an expensive, Silver Sands for the honeymoon. Spend a weekend in Silver Sands, just them alone, just to get rid of the stress. Or they can go to another place, a hotel or wherever they can. Six Senses or Seven Senses or wherever they're going. Or Le Fleur Blanc. All those places, and then that, just to get away from all the struggles that you had to go through to get that wedding together. But it's not necessarily that you go on a honeymoon. So you can start the same night, or you can go a year, or you don't have any honeymoon at all. Yes, they're gonna drain the business dry. So someone said that is why you have to put all the money into the honeymoon and the photos, not the celebration to please people. I totally agree with you, because if you put all the money into the celebration of the wedding and you have no money after to go on the honeymoon that you so desperately need, and you have to put it off, that is not going to work nicely. Because here this now, the wife is going to say to the husband all this time, you promise that you're going to take me this place. And you promise that you're going to take me that place. And it's not happening. And we never forget, eh?
I know.
Okay. So make sure you have to ting waiting there for when I say, just said, now is the time we go in. You have the money, say, okay, just book the flight and we off. But if you don't have it and you're there, and then again your friend get married and your friend is boasting that she's going to Cuba for the honeymoon, or she's going to Antigua, or she's going to Mexico, wherever in the world that she wants to go, and you know you got married before her, and she's going on a honeymoon and you're not going there, Kaka hit the fan. You stay in Chateau Bawang for the rest of your life. It says managing expectations. Perhaps the hardest part of the wedding planning process is managing expectation. Yours, your partners, and your loved ones. That is the three. You, me, and the people that we love. That is the expectation. These are the people that you tell yourself you want in your wedding, in your life, and around you the day of your wedding. All the rest of them to jump in the lake and swim. Because you see, when it comes down to it again, the wedding is not theirs, it is yours. And as Shama says, you have the right to invite who you want, and that's it. If I didn't get an invitation, if Shama is getting married, I cannot go. Shama, you say you and I are friends, and you didn't invite me to the wedding. I don't know what Shama's budget is all about. She might say to me, Claire girl, I'm getting married. When I hear that, congratulations, because she didn't say, Claire girl, expect an invitation from me for my wedding. You understand? She most importantly, she think of me as a friend, and she tells me that she's getting married. I don't have to be invited to the wedding.
Congratulations, and I wish you well.
Well, and after that, if we meet and I say, girl, how was the wedding and stuff like that, and she tells me and she show me pictures, and I'll be going and eyeing it up because I'm happy that but you cannot I cannot be mad at Shoma for not inviting me to her wedding when I do not know what Shoma budget is all about. If she could invite me and invite the rest of her family, especially if you have big family and you have a lot of relatives that you want to be present in your wedding, people have to stop this. You have to get over this crap.
They have to stop
Knock it off.
Yeah.
Seriously, knock it off, because the wedding is not yours and they do not have to invite you. I got invitation when I got when I was in Toronto last year. I got a save the date. It's on my fridge. And so I was talking to the mother of the bride a couple of days ago. And I said to her, by the way, she said, when are you coming up? I said, sometime in the end of April, May or something. I said to her, by the way, the invitation, the save the date that I got, is it for me alone or Candice? She said, no, it's for you and Candice. I said, thank you for telling me that, because I don't want to assume that Candice is also invited. You understand? So now, if when I go home, I know it's Candice and I that going to the wedding. Now, if she had said it and me alone that is invited, and see me tell Candice, let's go to wedding, and two of us show up and there is no seat for Candice, how am I going to feel? You have to, Shoma says, read the invitation and make sure that you and somebody else is coming to that wedding, and not, or just you alone. You cannot bring the driver and tell the driver, oh, don't worry, man. We fine. Let's okay, I am going to call you. I think Coffee is trying to call us and he can't get through. So I'm going to call him so that he can make his contribution. Let me see. What is Coffee number again? Okay, here we go. I'm going to call Coffee and let us see if he's going to say something, because Coffee married 1,000,001 years now, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's ringing.
Coffee.
Good morning to you, and how are you?
By God's grace, I'm doing good. Good morning, Jester.
Good morning to you, Coffee.
And Happy New Year's at the same time. Happy New Year's to all of you.
Thank you, and I wish you the same.
Yes. Am I live?
Yes, you're live and well. Go ahead, speak.
Live and direct.
And for many, yes, live and direct. And for many of the people that didn't hear my voice for a little while, I want to let you know that I did not really, and I will not abandon mental health. Claire, what is your topic on?
My topic is about planning. How does planning a wedding affects you mentally? And it talks about.
All right.
Go ahead, tell me.
Yeah, I am hearing like singing in the background, something like that, a little bit of distraction. I don't know if you get any on your end.
No, I think it's maybe on your end. I ain't hearing nothing.
I don't hear none through my microphone as
I'm
well.
hearing you loud and clear
Yeah.
here. Go ahead.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. But coffee is a very good topic, and I could remember having an experience with a young lady in Carriacou who was really planning her wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And well, she basically coming from a very poor parentage background. But somebody's going to get married, and you want to do everything in your power to make sure that the wedding come out good.
Mm-hmm.
And many of the time, people will look at the wedding as not the commitment to one another or the relationship that do exist with one another, but they look at the marriage as the fete, as the dress, as the ring, as the reception.
Mm-hmm.
And that of itself is not the wedding. And I think that people have their. Are you hearing me clear?
I'm hearing you
We're
clear
hearing
as
you
crystal.
loud and clear.
Wonderful. Yes. And I believe that people have the wrong conception as it relates to the marriage. And I think over the past years, we've seen that is happening. Dress is more important. You understand? The
Mm-hmm.
quality of ring. And many times people go to see as soon as the priest or the pastor say, kiss the bride, and everybody just start to go up in the air and laugh. So that young lady now decide to give, one or two people who are very close to her invitation. And unfortunately, when she gave the people that was close to her invitation, when she saw the amount of people that came to the wedding, she was surprised.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, if she gave 10 people invitation, the 10 people, each one of the 10 bring two.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
And as a result of that, she did, in other words, there was enough for everybody to eat. But in other words, knowing somebody like me who like belly full when I go out, then you have to cut and mind to give somebody else, and I doesn't love that. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And then when the people show up, she still asks the question, Lord, I didn't really invite all these people. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that of itself is bad. And I always says that people have to go back to the drawing board as it relates to marriage. It doesn't make sense. Yes, you want a good wedding. But I think that people just be too extravagant.
Mm-hmm.
You just go beyond. I know a good friend that go bank and borrow $15,000 for marriage reception.
People
Yeah,
do go
yeah,
and
people
take
do that,
loans
yeah.
to marry.
$15,000.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a good friend of mine. And you know what he said to me when he was building his house 5 years after that?
Mm-hmm.
He said, Pastor Louis boy, if I had the experience that I had now, I would have just go early morning, you understand what I'm saying, and do my thing and just get home. Because at the ending of the day, you get more criticism than anything else. People say the pants foot too high, the floating. People say there is the quality of material she buy for the dress. If she couldn't put the dress more in she neck, what she collarbone could hold water. And they drinking you beer and they eat it.
Yes.
Just so
But
you understand
no, but it's
saying.
true. It does
You
happen.
understand
It does
saying.
happen. Trust me, it
Yeah?
does happen.
It
Yeah.
does happen.
Yeah.
And when you finish you drinking me beer and eating and drinking me beef soup, that is why 45 years ago, myself and my wife, we got married 7:30 in the morning. Whoop, whoop, by 8 o'clock, father giver, mother giver, I done with that.
I got
So
you.
it really creates this kind of a mental stress, especially when you see the amount of people show up and then you did not really plan for that. But I think it's a very good topic, Clay and
Thank
Jester.
you.
I'm listening to you.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks
Yes,
so
I'm
very
listening.
much.
Thank you
All right.
so very
Yes.
much for that contribution.
You're
Coffee.
welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Yes,
Nice.
yes.
I think
Yeah.
Lorna was calling here. Let me see if I can call back Lorna because she's been trying.
Wonderful piece there coming from Coffee.
Yes,
And
yes.
so realistic. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
What you're telling me?
So I'm calling Lorna because she's been. Yeah, Shums, that's him. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are
Good
you?
morning, Jester.
Good morning to
I
you.
am fine.
You're live on the
Yes.
air.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I was thinking that when you get invited to a wedding, it starts with respecting the wishes of the bride and the groom.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been to weddings where I've only been invited to the ceremony and not to the reception.
Right.
And I still think it's okay because you have to take into account their budget. This might be a couple who's just starting off and they might just invite the like family members. They may not even have a big reception. I know some. I've been to one wedding right here in Toronto where they just went to a restaurant after and have lunch with their family members. So it means you have to respect their wishes. You don't know their budget. So they have considered the size of the wedding list and what they can do. So we have to respect their wish. And another thing that you can do to cut the cost is go paperless. Because in this day and age, everybody has cell phone. So instead of printing all this invitations, a lot of people now they send the invitation to you on your phone. And while I was doing a research, I never thought about it before, but they said that if you get married on a Tuesday or Wednesday, it costs like 40 to 60% less.
Oh, Jester, that's when you go in.
Than if you go on the weekends. But most people think Saturday or Sunday.
Yes.
But the venue that they have to go to have the reception, it probably is more expensive. So this is just a few way, and there's a term that I found that said affordable elegance, ways to cut your wedding costs. So you could still have a good wedding, a good size wedding, and if people come and enjoy themselves, and those who are invited, I know here it depends on where they're having the reception, but you try to think about what would be the cost of the menu and for your gift. So your gift would be sort of equal to that. So that in that way, it's helping the bride and the groom, because you don't want them starting off with a big debt because they have this, big wedding.
Yeah.
So everybody can help in cutting the cost and still keeping it elegant and nice. Yeah. Okay, then.
Thank
have
you
a
so
good
very
day.
much. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you so very much.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah.
Lorna made that point about I've been to a couple weddings in Toronto where they went to restaurants after the marriage, and it was just the family and the friends that they invite, and they ate and everything, and then everybody just go. But here's another thing that we forgot to talk about, Jester. You get invitation to a wedding. Nobody is forcing you to bring a gift or anything. But I think it's disrespectful to walk into somebody's wedding, somebody that invites you, and come with you two long hands swinging, eat everything that they have, and not even donate anything at all towards that couple. Now, here's the difference. If you are living together in a house already, Jester, the likelihood is that you have your microwave, you have your pots, you have your pans, you have everything because you're already living together. So the next best gift that you can give is the dough.
Some people give me, monetary.
Yeah, monetary. And even though you may say, okay, it's only $20 I have, put that 20, because if 5 of us give $20, it's $100 to start off with. They might want something that they really need to buy or so, and they can use that money towards it. And I think it's very, very, very disrespectful that you get invitation to a wedding or something, and you walk with your two hands swinging, and then you go and eat all the people, and then you still go and bad talk them after that. Do give something. Make them know that you appreciate the invitation that they sent you, and your presence was well accepted there. But here, I
What
don't.
happened to it? What happened to it?
Yeah, everybody come, and the hands swinging, and they're having the best time of their life because Claire have money and Jester have money. If they didn't have money, they would not get married and all this kind of. And that is how the thinking, the WAP the thinking is, that they don't have to do anything for them. They don't have to give them anything because they have money. And I myself always say, if you cannot afford to get married with a lot of people in your wedding party, go low. Go to the courthouse. Get married because that's what you can afford. And you don't have to care what the heck anybody says about you, because you're not living it at people and them at the end of the day. You're living it you and me. Right? If you could afford, like someone says, if there's a young couple and the parents want to sponsor the wedding and they want to pay for everything, and they want 500 guests because they can afford it, and they want everybody to see that their daughter is marrying a socialite, that's their thing. I'm just walking to the wedding, say I do. Dad and mom is paying for everything. That's a different thing. But if you are struggling like me, and you, and you want to make an honest woman out of me. And he says, Claire, we've been here for the longest while. Let's get married. And I decide, okay, we're getting married. And is it courthouse we going? Courthouse we going. Simple as that.
No, but Claire, the way you put it there is like, don't get twisted. There are a lot of people have real money and go to the courthouse and marry.
Because they don't want to feed those paisans and them.
Yeah, it's not like they cannot afford an elaborate wedding. They just don't want to have to go through all this kind of thing. But yeah.
And Pastor Louis talk about collarbone watching mine now, and maybe I could drink in mine and take a straw and drink out from here too, He says, they're going to be then drinking some of that for the But let me tell Coffee, when you're exercising, Coffee, people paying money to get collarbone like mine, exercise does that to you. So don't worry about it. So here it says symptoms of wedding stress. Stress can take a toll on your system and cause both physical and mental symptoms. These are some of the symptoms of stress you might experience. Here it goes. Emotional symptoms: inability to focus, difficulty making decisions, feeling overwhelmed and unable to cope, frequent forgetfulness, constant worrying, irritability, depression, and panic attacks. And all these, as you said just up front, that people go through all of that. That's why we have wedding planners. But even though we have wedding planners, you still go through this because you always have to think if the wedding planner knows everything that you want done, if they're getting it done. You talked about the man that brings his clothes by the tailor.
Yeah.
And on the last moment, the pants and the suits and so still. And so these are all emotional stress from having to plan a wedding. And then we go to the physical symptoms: exhaustion, difficulty sleeping, changes in appetite, high blood pressure, rapid heartbeat, low immunity, muscle tension, headaches and other aches and pains, dizziness, lightheadedness, stomach pain, digestive difficulty. So tell me now, why would I put myself, that now is hospital lining up in after the wedding, put myself to go through all of this to please who? Honestly, think about it. Who are we pleasing? When you take on the planning of that huge wedding and then you have to go through all of that. I've seen some brides going up to meet their husband or the thing there. Their face shining there. You could see the stress on them you could see the way they carry themselves. They have no energy. You're supposed to be the bouncing bride. You're walking up there with gusto, you're going and meet your husband and so. But you're dragging yourself because of all of this emotional and physical symptoms that you go through.
And Claire, what are those man sit down in the church long?
I never leave any man sit down in the church. Okay?
Before you come. What? Why?
I've never left anybody sit in the church, so I wouldn't know why they do that. I've been to wedding that they said the wedding is 3 o'clock. I get there, I go on time. 2:30 I was there. 5 o'clock, bride just coming in the church. And I'm like, what is this? You just want to tell her off because this is not right.
This is not right at all.
No. If you and especially not only the man, the guests and so that you invite. Some of us don't even eat food.
2 hours.
Some of us don't eat food. We're waiting for the food that they're giving us.
You see, that is a bad thing. It's a bad thing to go empty.
Right, that's full my belly before I go.
Yeah, me don't go in nothing. Yeah. Empty.
So we're coming on to the why. It's 11:52, and I just want to say this about how to communicate and then delegate responsibilities. Wedding planning can strain your relationship with your partner and your loved ones. Open and honest communication can help prevent and resolve misunderstanding. So with all of the planning gesture that is taking place with the wedding, if your boyfriend or your husband to be or your wife to be is going through some stuff and she's not saying or he's not saying, that is disaster waiting to happen. Because they're not, well, honey, what you think about it? Anything you want to do, baby, I'll agree with it. That is not right. Because you know to yourself, he's thinking about, where am I going to get all this money to pay for these things that she is asking for? Or where am I going to get all this money to buy all this drink that his buddies are coming from the US and Canada and so to the wedding? So it's better that you face it one time and say, this is what I'm planning to do. This is what do you think? And be honest and open with me. And if you say, I can't afford to do this, you have to respect that. You say to me, Claire, this ain't happening. I have to understand. And then we have to work together to reach a place where two of us can be happy. Because if you're going to the altar that way, not being honest and open, disaster waiting to happen. Because at the end of it all, Jester, when everybody that drink the drinks and eat the food go home, and both of all in there, what fights that? Seriously, fights that, because it's like you that caused this and you that caused us not to do this and you did this and you did that, and well, why didn't you say anything? Well, would you go listen? Were you going to listen if I said it? No, avoid that. Talk about it. Communicate with the person that you have to live the rest of your life with, instead of trying to please everybody else that is on planet Earth that do not have your best interests. And that is simple and saucy as it comes. Says delegate responsibility. Even if you have many, you may want to. It may be not possible for you to do everything yourself. Ask friends and family members to help and delegate some of the responsibility. Share your ideas with them and trust them to handle some of the things on your behalf. So you see, if you delegate some of the work that you have to do, Jester, it won't kill you, or it won't stop you from enjoying the best day out still, because you have it. Besides the wedding planner, you have it down pack that you can still have a good wedding, a good marriage, if you let some other people help you instead of taking on everything on your own. And now, avoid comparisons. Whether it's a friend or family member's wedding or a wedding you've seen on social media, comparisons can be a fruitless exercise. Avoid comparing your wedding to others and focus on what's make yours special and unique. So if I see Shama wedding on social media, Shama have that lovely dress and the train behind Shama long that you could walk on it like a carpet. And then you come and have that little A-line dress. Nothing special about it. But the thing is, I'm getting married. I cannot tell you, I want a dress just as Shama own. Because you see it and that's what you feel you want. But do you have the money to get that dress? Do you know how much Shama pay for a dress? And let me tell you something, Justin. There are a lot of brides that I know. There is a thing called Hadassah Bazaar in Toronto. Lorna will know about it. Shama may know about it too. They have it at the CNE grounds, and once a year, wedding dresses are on sale. Brides' dresses, on sale. And if you know you want to get married, or you're getting married, or you plan to get married, sometimes you don't even have a mate yet, but you go in there and buy that dress because you're getting it at discount, and it is top of the line dresses. So instead of some of us want to just go and get a David Beaton dress, like a buffalo dress, or you have to go and get a Versace, and you can't afford to get the dress for that price. Hadassah Bazaar is coming up. Just get the date and find yourself down there, and that's when you become a bridezilla. Fight to get the dress that you want. And when you get it, you take it to the cleaners, you put your plastic bag around it, and your wedding day coming, and you put on your dress, you go get married. Nobody knows how much you pay for your dress or the maker of the dress. There are ways that you can have a beautiful wedding at cost price, at low cost, to be quite honest.
Yep.
And here, coming on self-care. Practice self-care. Don't let yourself take a backseat during the wedding planning process. Whether it's making time for meditation, taking a relaxing bath, spending time with your friends and family, going on a date night with your fiancé, or getting a massage at the spa. It is important to do these things that make you feel relaxed and happy. So if you're going to your wedding burnout, don't make no sense, because you might only hear I do and that's it. You ain't saying nothing else. So you got to take care of yourself before you hit the altar to meet your mate up there. Massage, good. Go on a date, you and him just drop everything and say, let's go on. Let's take a drive. Let's go and eat somewhere just to cool yourself, self-care.
Yeah. But going back to that point a while ago, you made some people they do comparison with weddings. So because they probably might see a neighbor they had a big wedding, they probably think, well, I would like to outdo you when I'm getting married. And then so they really sink themselves deeply into debt to just to try to prove a point.
And what
all these things that them do happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Set boundaries. Understand and accept that you will not be able to please everyone no matter what you do. Therefore, it can be helpful to set boundaries at the outset to prevent unnecessary steps. So, the boundaries you setting and I'm setting is that I am going to have 40 people in my wedding, no more than 40. That's a boundary I'm setting. And regardless of who see me and say, well, Claire, you get married and you didn't invite me, I know I couldn't invite you because I had a budget that I was working on and you weren't part of the budget that I'm working on. So you could mad at me from now till the call come home. Move if you want, I don't care. That's it. And the next thing you have to do is to have fun. Perhaps the most important thing is to let go and enjoy yourself. Everything may not go exactly as planned, but rather than getting upset about it, you can choose to let go and focus on the bigger picture. The wedding is ultimately about you and your partner getting married and spending the rest of your lives together. And here's the conclusion. Emotions tend to run high in the build up to a wedding, and the stress can make you feel tired, irritable, and overwhelmed. You may find yourself snapping at others, fighting with your partner, and unable to function. However, there are steps you can take to mitigate the stress and enjoy the big day. Remember that the wedding is one day of your life. You and your partner have a lifetime of days together after that. And that's it. It's all about you and your partner and no one else. So if you're planning on getting married, a few of the things that we said here today, take it into consideration and think. Do not overspend. Do not invite people that you don't want to invite. And if they're mad at you, so be it. You are safeguarding your sanity and your future with your significant other. I'd like to say thank you so very much to each and every one of you that checked in on the live, who called in, and we had a bit of a fun this morning because your brother any stitches for the collarbone that the man said could drink it, you could drink water out of it. So thank you all so very much, and hopefully next week we'll have another interesting program. And if you have any topic at all that you would like us to discuss, please send it to my email, cjspicegirl, as in Spice Island, at gmail.com. So cjspicegirl@gmail.com or jester17@gmail.com.
No.
What is it?
Jester.noel7@gmail.com.
See, I know you had to say it. That's why I say wrong thing. Jester7. What is it?
Jester.noel.
Okay.
The figure 7.
So jester.noel7@gmail.com. You can send each and us an email, and then we'll take it from there. Thank you so very much. And it is a time for us to do the little danceroo thing with our new theme song that we so love. Let's go. What happened, Jester? You're not playing? What kind of thing is this? Okay. He doesn't want us to dance today. You get smoothie, Jester. Dance with the smoothie.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Got some things
Goodbye,
I need to
everyone.
say. Feeling heavy, you're not alone. Come take 5, you're in the zone. Voices calm, hearts that care. 2 good friends always there. Let the sunlight in your mind. Peace and hope you're sure to find. We'll take 5.
I'm stopping here to say you're welcome, Kathleen, and thank you for always listening to us every. She says thanks you all. So thank you so very much. We are
Kathleen Ledlow?
Yes. Or Kathleen
Miss
Ledlow.
Ledlow.
Yes.
Oh, wake up, it's a brand new day. Got Got some things I need to say. Feeling heavy, you're not alone. Come take 5, you're in the zone. Voices calm, hearts that care. 2 good friends always there. Let the sunlight in your mind. Peace and hope you're sure to find. I'll take 5 with CJ and Jester. Talking truth and lifting pressure. Every Tuesday, 10 to noon, we're holding space just for you. Take a breath, take your time. We're here to realign your mind. Take 5, you're not alone. CJ and Jester bring you home. It's okay to